Hello, good evening to everyone. So today we are starting with our home science unit and we are preparing for TNSET. So let me give you a quick review what we are going to study today. We are going to see the theories of human development, most important topic of HD. So we are also offering a crash course. The crash course is from Professor Academy. So in which the crash course is about the paper one. Here, all the important topics will be covered, which will be related to paper one, and the course duration is from Feb 17 and till the March 5th. So this course will offer you 70 plus marks in your paper one, which is actually very important to qualify the set exam. So please, you can take a screenshot of the slide and you can call in the number given below to join the course. So let's begin with the human development unit. Here we are starting with the theories of human development, as I have told you people in the starting. So with this starting of the theory, the first thing that pops up in our mind is the theory of Sigmund Freud. So we'll begin with him. Sigmund Freud has given two very important theories, that is psychoanalysis and psychosexual theory. So first, we will start with the psychoanalytic theory of personality, in which he has talked about id, ego, and superego. So we'll see what is id, ego, and superego. When we talk about id, id is actually related to our unconscious mind, which are our instincts, like our desires, the desires that we want to fulfill at instinct. This is the requirement what I want and I need it right now. Just for example, as a newborn baby, you must have seen what they do when they're hungry. They'll cry their heart out, and because they want their desire to be fulfilled at that particular moment of a time. So at that time, their it is very active. Okay, then we have pre-conscious mind, that is also called subconscious. Why I'm telling you two words, pre and subconscious, because they may ask you from any of the term. So don't get confused. When we talk about pre-conscious or subconscious mind, we are talking about our superego. Okay, so superego is our morality principle, and which develops around the age of 7 years. Okay, so it is a very important. Here, what happens that super ego is like a moral police of our mind. It tells us about the morality and what are right and wrong in our value system. Okay, then we have our conscious mind. Conscious mind is driven by our so ego. Okay, so ego is our reality principle, which shows us the reality, like this is the realistic part of the society and you need to accept it, like the brain, that is how it works. So again, coming back, when actually Freud gave this theory of psychoanalysis, he presented it in a form of iceberg. The structure that you are seeing, it is also called iceberg theory. So in which he has shown this unconscious, subconscious, conscious mind. So the unconscious mind is a uh, deeper mind, like the thoughts that we don't remember. Okay, the things that we don't remember, maybe from our infancy. Okay, we don't have any memory of it. Then we have our subconscious mind, that is the upper part of our brain. That is how Freud explained, and in which the memories are stored. The knowledge that we have is everything is stored there. Okay, the things as in, if I'll ask you who was your class teacher in class fourth, so you'll just take a moment and you'll think about it and you'll tell me the name of your class teacher. So that is a memory stored knowledge. Like when you want to remember something, you can remember it. Okay, but in unconscious mind you cannot remember those things. Okay, then we have our conscious mind, that is our thoughts, like our perceptions right now, what we are thinking, like where I'm sitting, what I have done, what I have eaten in the lunch, and what I want to eat tomorrow for the breakfast. These all things that are going in our mind is our conscious mind. So this was the concept given by Freud. So this is again for you to revise it quickly. So when we talk about it, it is our innate biological instincts and desires. When we talk about our super ego, it is a moral police, morality principle. It works on morality principle. When we talk about ego, it is a mediator between it and our super ego. Okay. Are id and superego, as in the desires of id and the morality of superego is balanced by our ego. Okay, it will like if you want to do something like instant and then our morality is telling you, no, no, you cannot do it, the ego will balance it. Okay, you cannot do it right now, this is not the right time, but later on you may do it. Like the balancing between both of them is what ego does. Now we'll see the psychosexual development theory given by Sigmund Freud, okay, in which he has given five different stages. And he said that the all the stages are driven by libido. Libido is our psychic energy, as in sexual desires. And then he has also given a term called erogenous zone, that is a area of sensation. Like in all the five stages there is a erogenous zone where the sensation is happening. Then there is third term, that is our fixation, that is unresolved conflict in particular stage. Okay, anything that is not resolved in that stage is our fixation. Like fixation has created in this stage, like this we will talk about it. So when we talk of see the five stages of psychosexual development. The first stage is oral, that is from the age 0 to 1. Here the focus is on oral activities, as in sucking, tasting things, and putting like most of the object in the mouth. Okay, that is our oral stage. Okay, and the fixation that we create during this stage is if like the oral desire, the desire of sucking is not fulfilled during this stage, it may create a fixation of smoking. Like in later life, when a child is grown up as an adult, then he may be addicted towards the smoking or chewing something, as in chewing gum or anything. That is a oral fixation. Okay, and then we have our second stage, that is anal stage. And here what happened, this is from age 1 to 3 years, and the focus is on toilet training. Okay, toilet training as in taking a control over a bowl, the mm, pee and poop kind of a control that a child learns. So here, if any fixation creates, it will create a anal retentive or anal expulsive personality. Remember these two terms, very important. Anal retentive, as in if a person is given a toilet training before his idle age, then he may feel like always feel the pressure from the authority as a grown up. So that will be an retentive, like always have a tendency to follow rules. Okay, parents were very strict during this stage, so he'll always have this morality kind of a thing continuously going in his brain. Okay, then we have anal expressive. What happens if a parent didn't care about child's toilet training? He will create a anal expressive personality. Like the child will not be able to follow the rules in the when he will grow up. He'll have always have a rebellious kind of a nature with the authority. Okay, then we have our third stage, that is our phallic stage, which range from 3 to 6 years. Here, the focus is in on the genitals, and child actually learns the difference between very important thing, that is genders. Like there are two different genders, as in male and female. So here very important thing happens, that is oedipus complex. In phallic stage, we in boys we see oedipus complex, and here the boys feel affection for her mother, and feel competitive, have a feeling of competition with the father. Okay, and he also experience anxiety during this stage. Like he feels like a son feels like if his father will know about the desires he has for his mother and he is feeling competitive for him, his father will beat him. And that anxiety is quoted by Sigmund Freud as a castration anxiety. Okay, it is said castration anxiety. Okay, uh, so the resolution of this Oedipus complex is if the father is continuously available for the child, like for a boy during this phase, like 3 to 6 years, and taking part in whatever the child is doing, trying to develop a healthy relationship. So when he'll turn 7, he'll automatically develop the superego. Okay, that's what we have studied 2 slides before. So when he'll develop a superego, he'll understand the morality. Okay, and slowly the feeling of a competition, like castration anxiety, will go away. Again, in the case of girls, they'll experience electro complex, and same vice versa of Oedipus complex. Like girls will feel attached towards, affectionated towards the father, and feel competitive towards the mother. Like you must have seen like little girls like to dress up like mama, like wearing all the makeup like her mother. Okay, so this is the like competitive kind of a feeling, which is cute at that age. Okay, and a girl also experiences Spanish envy, as in a some of her body part is missing, and that missing part is because of her mother. Okay, and she seeks towards the father because she feel like there is he has authority to protect me. Okay, simple goes for resolution will be the mother will be available throughout the journey of 3 to 6 years, and when the girl will develop superego at the age of 7, all the norms and morality will be formed and it will go away. Electro complex will go away. Okay, then we have our fourth stage, that is latent. The age is 6 to puberty. Here, all the sexual desires, libido, and everything is gone now in this stage, and child are focused towards the peer relationship, as in gender roles. Okay, this is very critical stage for the social development and confidence of a child. Like child is interacting with their peers and making connections and trying to put himself in the society. Okay, that is what he's learning here. Then we have a last stage, that is genital, which is from puberty to adulthood. And the things here are like now the sexual desires and urges are directed towards the other, like opposite gender, as an other opposite gender, girlfriend boyfriend phase of teenagers. That is basically noted by the Freud here. And the fixation for this stage is any fixation from the above four stage can be seen here. If a child did not connect with the peers, then he'll not feel that confident in creating relationship for the better relationship in future. Same goes for any anal retentive, anal explosive, anything you can see here in the genital stage. Okay. So this was about Sigmund Freud. And now we'll see the defense mechanism given by Freud. Very important. The first defense mechanism is repression. Repression is something when we repress our painful thoughts from the conscious awareness. Like we don't want to remember anything, like any traumatic event from your childhood, which you have repressed, you don't remember it. Okay. Then we have denial. Denial is refusing to acknowledge the reality, like some fact. Very famous example for denial is in the box of smoking. Like in a box of cigarette, it is written there, smoking is injurious to her health, and there is even a picture of cancer. Okay, but still people do smoke. They denial, they are totally in denial phase. So this is our defense mechanism. Then we have projection, like projecting my own thoughts towards someone, as in you don't like your coworker, but you may project it in a way that she is angry with me or she talks rudely to me. That's why I am with her. I am talked to her like that. So that's a projection. Like you feel it, but you are projecting on someone else. Then we have displacement. Displacement is redirecting emotions our impulses from a threatening target to a safer one. Like very famous example for displacement is your boss has shouted at you in the office, and you're coming to your home and now you're shouting at your wife and kids. That's a displacement. Like your kids and your wife is not going to say anything to you, so you are displacing your anger to them. Then we have rationalization, that is justifying our behavior in a very logical way. Okay, as in if a student has failed in an exam, he'll blame that teacher has not taught very well. That's why. There was no lack in my preparation, but the concept given by the teacher was not good. Then we have sublimation, that is channeling unacceptable impulses into socially acceptable activities. Like this is my favorite kind of mechanism, defense mechanism here. If you are angry, you are feeling angry with something or anything, you'll go for running. Okay, so you will displace your anger in a very acceptable way. You are angry, okay, this is a harmful thing. You are sad or something, you're going for a running, it is good for your health. So yeah, it's a good defense mechanism. Then we have rational formation, that is acting in a way that is opposite to someone's unacceptable impulses, as in a person who feels hostile towards someone might act overly friendly to hide their true feelings. Like you are like, I don't like that person, but you are very sweet with him, very sweet with him, like a sweet talker. That is a reaction formation. Then we have regression, that is reverting to behavior from an earlier stage of development when face something stressful, as in like as a child you used to throw tantrum if you don't get anything. Same you are doing as an adult also, you are throwing tantrum towards the people or in a relationship to get your things done. That is regression, like going back to the things that you used to do in your childhood, you are doing in your adult. Then we have identification, that is very good. We all have done it maybe as a teenager, that someone we idolize, any film actor, anything, any sports person, and we try to become like them. Okay, we try to dress up like them, we try to talk like them. So that is identification, like you're taking someone else's identity. Then we have internalization, that is using logic and reasoning to block out emotional stress and conflict. Okay, like as in maybe for example someone has passed away, so you're not crying for the grief, you're not crying and you're like avoiding your feelings, and you are thinking about what next, how to handle this situation and how to take control over people and how to manage everything. You're not crying, you're just arranging things to avoid your grief. Okay, that's internalization. Now we'll talk about neo-Freudian theories. So the first thing is Carl Jung. He was a Swiss psychiatrist. He has gained analytic psychology, the famous concept of unconscious and archetypes. That is Carl Jung. He was neo-Freudian. Remember, he was neo-Freudian. He continued the work of Freud. He worked with Freud. The concept of Freud, he worked on that. Remember it that way. Then we have Alfred Adler. He was also neo-Freudian. Uh, he has given the concept of inferiority. Okay, you must have seen somewhere in options inferiority complex, that was given by Edlow. Okay, then we have Karen Horney. She has given she also worked on the work of Sigmund Freud and given um, basic anxiety and womb envy for the panis envy counterpart. She has worked on a way that criticizing the electro complex and telling like boys also feel complexed from girls and they experience for envy. So yeah, that was carried on. Then we have Eric Erikson, very famous. He was also neo-Freudian. He was a developmental psychologist and he has given the theory psychosocial development, where he has given 8 stages that we'll see now. Psychosocial development by Eric Erikson. These are the 8 stages given by him. He has not just focused till the 5 years like Sigmund Freud did. He has given the theory till the old age, like till the death. So the first stage is trust versus mistrust. Here the virtue is hope, and the age ranges 0 to 1 year. Here, if the child uh, creates a trusting relationship with the caregiver or a mother, if he has given a comfortable, like nourishing environment, and he may also create a situation of mistrust towards the caregiver if he has not given the nourishing environment. So this is trust versus mistrust. Okay. And the virtue is hope. The whole process can be resolved with hope. Always just listen to me very carefully. In this theory, what is important is age range and virtue. They'll give you the basic conflict and they'll either ask you to match with the age, okay, or match it with the virtue. So you cannot miss the virtue. People usually mug up ages. Like there's trust versus mistrust is from 0 to 1. Autonomy versus shame and doubt is 1 to 3. Also remember the virtue, please. Coming to the second stage, that is early childhood from 1 to 3 years. Here, the basic conflict is autonomy versus shame and doubt. The virtue is will. Now a child is slowly learning to do things, okay, independently. The task, basic task like toilet training, simple, okay. If parent will give autonomy, like yeah, appreciate them, like yeah, you are doing good, okay, very good, this is how we have to do, thank you for telling me that you have to pee, like that kind of reinforcement. If a parent is doing that, is creating a autonomy. If parent are bullying as in, sorry, bullying as in, like, oh, you have done, you have peed here, now I have to clean, very bad, you should have told me, this is creating a shame. So child will have a doubt, like should I do it, am I doing it right, like continuously having that thing in the mind. And the virtue is will, okay. Then we have third stage, that is play stage from age 3 to 6 years. Here the basic conflict is initiative versus guilt. The virtue is purpose. Initiative as in, now this is play age, the child has gone to school. Now he is taking initiative to learn things, drawing, coloring, sketching, anything, simple basic things. So initiative is there. If teacher or parent will scold him, they will not appreciate the initiation the child is taking. He'll scold him, oh, you have created a mess and you have painted, you the color are here, your clothes are dirty. That will create a feeling of guilt. Okay, he'll not take any initiative by himself. Then he'll always have the guilt, like I may ruin up, I may mess it up. So this is, so purpose is virtue, for the purpose you are doing something. Okay. Then we have school age, that is from 7 to 11 years. Here the basic conflict is industry versus inferiority, and virtue is competence. Now child is developing self-confidence, okay, the ability to do something, to involve in the peer group. Now peer group relationship is very important. You can see the age, this is the age when child create friends, best friends and things. They may also feel inferior because of some things, like children are doing better than him, then he'll be like inferior, like I cannot do it, I'm not good enough. Okay, these kind of feeling will be generated. Then we have adolescent, that is 12 to 18 years. Here the basic conflict is industry, sorry, identity versus role confusion, and the virtue is fidelity. So here, now child is creating his own identity, independent identity. He want to dress up like him, like whatever he want, hairstyle, whatever he want, like creating an identity. If being a parent or being a teacher, you are not supportive towards them, or you are always telling them you have to do this, you have to do this is the clothes you have to wear, even in the adolescence, then it will be a confusion in his brain, like what is my role, why I'm here. He'll not develop the sense of self in himself. Okay, there will be always a identity crisis in the future scenarios. Then we have early adulthood, that is from 19 to 29, and this basic conflict here is intimacy versus isolation, and virtue is love. Now this is the age when you develop a relationship, you think about the career and marriage and children and everything. Okay, now intimacy is very important, to have girlfriend with whom you want to share your life or anything. But what happens if somehow a individual is not able to form an intimacy? He'll be isolated. He'll not have any loved one or child or anything. So the feeling of isolation, like I'm left out, I'm left out. So from love, it can be healed. And then we have second lot, that is from middle age, that is 30 to 64 age years. Here, the basic conflict is generativity versus stagnation, and the virtue is care. Generativity means now a child, a individual is married, okay, have a child. So with that child, he wants to generate something for the society, okay, a good human being, a well mannered person, a child maybe. So he's giving something to the world, that is generativity. What is the stagnation here? If he's not able to generate a offspring of his home, and not able to convey, share his experiences of life and everything with the other party, like a child, then he'll be like stagnation, stagned somewhere, like I cannot do it, I have not done anything in my life, the contribution is not completed towards the society or the family. That will be the feeling of stagnation. Then we have at the end old age from 65 to death. And the basic conflict here is integrity versus despair, and the virtue is wisdom. Integrity will be here, not an individual is retired, okay, he's enjoying his retired phase, and he's very happy with everything that he has done. And whenever he recall everything, the wisdom that he has experienced, he has, he feel like, I have lived a good life, I have done everything that I could do. That is integrity. Despair is, and in integrity, he's like ready for the death, like he don't have any regret. But when we talk about despair, here the individual will be scared of that, like one day I'm gonna die, I've not done anything, I'll not die. This kind of a thought will be continuously working in his brain, and he'll be scared of it. Okay, so this is our last stage. Okay, they may also ask you to arrange these conflicts. Okay, so remember it in the sequence form. Now, very easy peasy theory, that is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Here, in Maslow's hierarchy, we have five basic needs. The first one is physiological need. Then we have safety, social, STEAM, then self-actualization needs. For physiological needs, we have nutrition, water, air, sleep, basic needs. Okay, food, water, shelter. These are our basic needs. Then we also have next need, that is safety need. Here we need to feel the safe, secure. Like I have a house and I'm secure. Okay, protected, free from all the fears. Okay, now we have the next need, that is social need. Here we want to connect, we want to create connections. Like now I have a house, now I want to have with neighbors good relationship. I want to talk to my neighbors, have a good relationship with them, interact with them, and see what they are doing, what things we can do with them. Okay, having a friendship and affection or love, that is our belonging, like having a life partner also is a thing in social need. Then we have STEAM need. Here, now I have a food, water, shelter. I have a house. I have a wife. Okay, I also have a child. Now I want to have a good position, good dignity, achievements. Okay, like good reputation in the family, in the society. Like I have done something, I have achieved the same thing for our own esteem. This is our esteem. Then we have self-actualization need. Very less people reached here. This is like fulfillment. Now I have done everything and I want to give it back to the society. This is our self-actualization. Very less people go till this need. We always stayed in esteem need. And very important, you can only go to the next level, like next need, when we have fulfilled the first one. Like level one is fulfilled, then only we'll go to the level second. Okay, this is what the need theory gives you. Then we'll come to the Jean Piaget's theory. He was the Swiss psychologist. He has given the cognitive developmental need, the cognitive developmental stages. Four stages he has given. Before that, we'll see these four terms, which is very important from the perspective of Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development. Here he has talked about a schema. A schema is a framework of organizing our information, like we have. Like in book, we have seen A for apple, B for ball, C for cat, D for dog. Now we know dog. Okay. The assimilation is, we have seen that picture of dog. We know the dog looks like four leg, one tail animal, very loving, very affectionated kind of an animal. He'll be very loving kind of animal. Okay. Unconditional love. Then we have accommodation. Now I am going out with my mother and I saw a horse. But I know four legs, one tail, very loving animal is dog. So after seeing a horse, I'll say, this is a dog. Then my mother will tell me, no, this is not a dog, this is a horse. So now I am accommodating. New information is there in my brain, new situation, right? I have understood that this is a horse. Then I'll see a cow. Then I'll understand this is a cow. There is a cat. This accommodation, like four leg, one tail, is not always a dog. This is a accommodation, new information I am understanding. Then we have equilibration, that is balancing between the assimilation and accommodation is our equilibrium. Like I'm equaling both of the things. Like, okay, simulation was, this is my existing schema. Accommodation is new information is added on that schema. Now, next we have, these are the four stages which was given by Sigmund Freud. Very important. The first four stages given by Jean Piaget. I'm really sorry. Jean Piaget. The first stage is sensory motor stage, that is from 0 to 2 years. Here the important thing is object permanence. Okay, the child, you must have seen that when they are sleeping, they'll like see towards the fan is moving, you'll enjoy that. When you'll switch off the fan, he'll cry out loud. That is object permanence. He's just staring at one object. Then their actions are goal directed, as in you must have seen, if you'll give some toy to a baby, he'll throw it, and you'll give them back, he'll again throw it. He'll give, like, again, repeating action is goal directed. Like, you know, I'll throw it, I'll get it back. That is the thing. Then they have different imitation. This I have done it. Like whenever you see a small, whenever you see a baby, just tease him with your tongue. And then he'll also do the same. That is imitation. Like in that age, also they know I have to imitate. Then we have pre-operational stage, that is from 2 to 7 years. Here they have symbolic thought and egocentrism. Symbolic thought, as in, um, they'll feel like the teddy bears can also eat, drink like they do. Okay, so they have that symbolic thought. They are into imaginative play, like teddy bears and Barbies can also walk, talk like them. Then they have egocentrism, that is, they fail to understand the perspective of others. Like they think like what I am thinking, other person is also understanding and thinking in a same way. So they fail to understand the perspective of others. That is egocentrism. Then we have concrete operational stage, that is from 7 to 12 years. Here they have logical thoughts, as in they understand the relationship between mass, time, space, volume, and everything. Then we have, they also have conservation, like they understand the weight and volume also, like the things that appear in a small glass, the amount of water or amount of juice in a small glass will be equal in the bowl also. Like the bowl can also hold that much of water or juice or whatsoever. So they understand the concept of conservation. Now, then we have last stage, that is formal operational stage, from 12 to 18 years. Here children form inductive and detective reasoning. They can have abstract thoughts, understand general principle, and solve complex hypothesis also. That is the last stage. Okay. So when we talk about the first stage, that was sensory motor stage, in recent exams, we have seen that they have asked sub stages of sensory motor stage. That is our first stage. Here, this staged sub stages they have also asked. So what are those? Let me tell you once. So here the substage one is reflex. Please remember them according to the sequence. Substage one is reflex. Two is primary circular. Third is secondary circular reaction. Then we have coordination of secondary circular reaction. Then we have tertiary circular reaction, and last is beginning of representational thoughts. Okay. Then we have Lee Vygotsky's theory of socioculture theory. Here, he has given a zone of proximal development. He has said that a child is in a zone of proximal development when he is learning something new, and that new information is learned with the help of more knowledgeable other, and with the help the more knowledgeable other is providing is called scaffolding. Okay, so the zone of the basically the question that you are gonna see is who has given the concept of zone of proximal development, that is Lev Vygotsky, and the support that is provided by a knowledgeable person to a child is what it is called. It is called scaffolding. It is written above. These are the things. uh, mm, Actually, Vygotsky did not agree with the concept of Jean Piaget of 4 stages of cognitive development. Vygotsky said that the the development of our cognition happens with the help of others, like the support that we are getting from our culture or from the people we are surrounded will develop our cognition as in a better way. Okay, so this was the concept of very famous Vygotsky. So this was the difference between the concept of Vygotsky and Jean Piaget. Jean Piaget has given very little emphasis in socio-cultural context, and Vygotsky has a strong emphasis because his theory called socio-cultural. theory. And when you talk about Piaget, he gave the constructivism in the his theory is based on cognitive constructivism, but Vygotsky's concept is on social constructivism. Piaget focused on the stages, and in Vygotsky we don't have any stage. Piaget says that the key process of development and learning is equilibration, schema, adaptation, assimilation, accommodation. Where Vygotsky says that there is a zone of proximal development as scaffolding, okay, for the development. When you talk about role of language, Piaget given many very minimal emphasize on the language experience. But Vygotsky says that language play a very powerful role in shaping our thoughts. The people we are interacting on that basis, our cognitive will develop. That was the concept of Vygotsky. And in Piaget study, the teaching implications are like child support a child to explore their world and discover knowledge. They'll learn from the discovering things. But Vygotsky said that opportunities for children to learn with the teacher are or more skilled person is more like with the support he'll learn better. That was the concept of Vygotsky. Now we'll understand classical conditioning, which was given by Pavlov. He was a Russian physiologist. He has given the classical conditioning theory. Yeah, he has done the experiment with the dog and the food. So this is the before conditioning. So he has given the concept of unconditional stimulus, that is food, and unconditional response given by the dog, that is saliva. Okay, this is not condition. Obviously, when a dog will see the food, the saliva will naturally come. Now, what he did, that he removed the food and he rang the bell, that is neutral stimulus. And then there was no response from the dog. He was not habitual to do that. What he did in during the conditioning, he did a very good thing, that is he combined the food and bell together. So in during the conditioning, what was happening, when the food and bell is ringing and food will come together, okay, bell is ringing and food is coming, so the saliva will come. So the saliva during the conditioning is coming out because of the food, but slowly what will happen, that the dog will associate the ring with the food. The bell will ring and the food will come. After the conditioning, what will happen? He'll remove the food. He will ring the bell and the saliva will come out. That was conditional response. That is the response we have conditioned. Okay. So yeah, this was the concept given by Pavlov. The experiment he has done with the dog. Remember, with the dog. Pavlov is associated with the dog. When you talk about operant conditioning, which was given by B.F. Skinner. He created an experiment with the rat. That's why we had rat with the cheese here. Okay, so he gave the concept of positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, and negative punishment. When we talk about positive reinforcement, it is we are adding something. We are reinforcing, like a child has done his homework and I have given him a toffee, so that's a positive reinforcement. I'm adding something. So he'll his behavior will increase, I'll get the chocolate if I'll complete my homework. So this is a positive reinforcement. When we talk about negative reinforcement, here I'm taking away something. The child is has not completed I'll ask the child to complete his homework. I'll if he will not complete his homework, I'll not tell him bedtime story. I'm taking away something that is very favorite to him. I'll not tell you the bedtime story. So he'll complete that homework quickly. That is negative reinforcement. Then we have positive punishment. That is like you are adding something. Okay, the positive punishment is as in a child has misbehaved and you have grounded him. That is positive punishment. Now you're punishing him because he has not done something. I am added, like you are grounded, you will not go out. Negative punishment is a child is not doing his homework and I have taken away his cell phone. Simple. I have removed your desirable thing from you. Now you have to do your homework. Okay. Next, we have attachment theory by John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth. So in this theory, what is actually happening? Why two names are there? John Bowlby gave the theoretical part of the attachment theory, and Mary Ainsworth did the experiment of the theory, attachment theory. So the four kind of attachment they have given, that is secured attachment and wait a minute. They have given secure attachment. Then we have uh, avoidant insecure attachment. Then we have anxious insecure attachment and disorganized insecure attachment. Insecure attachment, the child will be very securely attached towards the caregiver or a mother, like a warm, caring, trusting, forgiving type of approach you'll have. He'll not have many conflict. He will manage his emotions very well, and very honest kind of a relationship he'll have with his loved one. Okay. When we talk about avoidant insecure attachment, here the child will avoid the emotions. Okay. He does not depend on the partner. He'll avoid the conflict, like everything he'll avoid. He'll not want to emotionally attached with someone distant, prefer individuality, like okay, I'll be happy with myself kind of a people. They are avoided insecure attached people. Like people are gonna hurt me, it's better that I'll be staying away from that are avoided insecure attached. Then we have anxious insecure attachment. Here the child will be very insecure. He'll be fearing that someday the partner will leave him. Okay, he'll feel like no, my parents are gonna leave me. In future also he'll feel like my partner is gonna leave me, he'll gonna cheat or anything. They will lack in setting the personal boundaries, they'll not have any boundaries, and always show the shifting mood, like sometime very loving ekdam, and suddenly he'll like very loud, very shouty kind of a person. And they will be very sensitive, very sensitive. If we'll say something in here and there, they'll like, I'm angry now. Then we have last, that is disorganized insecure attachment. They are emotionally messy people. They have so much unresolved trauma in them. They are very angry, show aggressive behavior, and they lack empathy. They are disorganized, like very messy. They don't know how to put their emotions. Okay. Then next we have eco ecological system theory by Yuri Bonfordino, very interesting theory. He has given five ecosystem, that is micro, meso, exo, macro, and chromosystem. When we talk about microsystem, here the child is in the center, and in microsystem, the important people like family, school, daycare center, neighbors, playground is an important part of the child's upbringing. That people will come in macro system. When we talk about meso system is a link between exo and microsystem. Here you will not see anything written in the ring. They are the link between exo and macrosystem. In exosystem, we have extended family members, parents, work agencies, media like television. The influence these things will have on the child will be related. Okay. Then we have macro system, that is the cultural ideas. Then we have chromosystem, that is environmental change, like where we are living. Okay. That will influence the individual here. So what you need to remember here, the sequence of it: micro, meso, exo, macro, and chromo. That's it. Just remember the sequence. Next, we have stages of model development given by Lawrence Kohlberg. He has given three different levels, that is pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional morality. The first stage is punishment and obedient oriented. Here, the child's morality is depending on if he is gonna get punished or not. Okay, he is doing things. The right and wrong are based on if I'm gonna get punished or not. So this kind of a morality is seen in early ages. Then we have hedonistic orientation. This is self-interest. Actually, see, stage 2 is also called self-interest. They are doing what is right for the personal gain. Okay, they prefer reward. I'll do this, I'll get praise from my ma'am, I'll tell that he was talking, then ma'am will give me the chocolate. Self-interest, very much. You must have seen this in early ages only. Okay, then we have a third stage, that is interpersonal accordance orientation, also called good boy, good girl image. They want to be good person. Okay, they don't want to do anything that will affect their identity. This is mostly seen in adolescents. Okay, they are very concerned about what other will say, how I will look. These kind of things are very much in their mind. Okay. Then we have law and order orientation. This is like in adulthood, like doing what it is right according to social norm, the duties of society, helping others and everything. Okay, then we have fifth stage, that is social contract orientation. Here we are doing what is right even if it is against the law, because law is too restrictive. It may be like no, it may be against the law, but it is right. No, this is the correct thing what I can do, and I'll do that. That's a white lie which we say no. So we this is the stage fifth. Then we have stage six, that is universal ethical principle orientation. This is like doing what is right because of your inner conscious. Okay, what you have seen from the society and you think like this is like rightest thing, like a principle of justice, equality, like that thing. That is your universal ethical principle orientation. So here they'll ask you to arrange this. Okay, these six sub stages they will give you and they'll ask you to arrange them. It will be not like all the six again, maybe they'll give you the four of them and they'll ask you to arrange them. This is the common question that we have seen. Then we have theory of multi-intelligence by Howard Gardner. Here he has given 9 different kind of intelligence. The first one is naturalistic. Like people are very attached with the nature and everything. Like we all have seen Man versus Wild. That is the naturalistic people. Naturalistic intelligence. Then we have musical intelligence. Here they are very good with sounds, pitch, and like we have seen DJ, or the nicest example I can give you of musical intelligence is A.R. Rahman, good with the music. Then we have logical, mathematical. Here they are very good with the maths. Okay, any math professor you can think of. Okay. Then we have existential intelligence, and that is tackling the questions of what we are living. Good questions. Osho, like Osho. Okay. Then we have interpersonal, like people are very, these intelligent people are have a good relationship with others. Like they understand other, they create a good relationship with others. So that is interpersonal stage of intelligence. Then we have bodily kinesthetic. That is your mind and body is good with man. Marry calm, body kinesthetic, good with their own body. And then we have linguistic intelligence. This is finding the right word to express what you mean. Okay, public speakers, expressing it correctly. Then we have intrapersonal, that is understanding yourself, what you feel. You are very aware about yourself. Yeah. Okay. People know themselves. Then we have special intelligence, that is you are good with the 3D visual world. No, 3D world. You can imagine things very clearly. Architectures are the example for that. Then we have big five personality traits. The acronym for is OCEAN. It was given by D.W. Fiske. The OCEAN, OCEAN stands for O is for our openness to experiences. C is for consciousness. E is for extroversion. A is for agreeableness. And N is for neuroticism. They'll simply ask you the full form of OCEAN, nothing else. Open to experience, like people are who are open to new things. Okay, when we talk about consciousness, like they are very aware about themselves, just very aware about. Then extroversion are very good with other people. Okay, like extrovert kind of a people. Agreeableness means they will agree with everything. Okay, yeah, you want it, I'll give you that. They will not put their thoughts. Then we have N for neurotism, like some kind of a mm, psychotic kind of a people, very manipulative, emotionally very manipulative kind of people are these personality. Then we have Culver-Ross model of 5 stages of grief. Very simple, very, we all have gone through this. And the first one is denial. You have experienced something and you're denying, no, this cannot happen with me. No. Then after that, after the denial, you will come to the second stage, anger. How this could happen to me? You're frustrated, irritated, very anxious. Then you have third stage, you will bargain. Oh God, please give me that God. That is bargaining. Then you'll have depression. You'll cry on your bed. No, you don't want to get up, move out of your bed. Then finally you will be in the phase of acceptance. Okay, it has happened. Now what? Let me move on. You'll come, the grief stage will over here. So remember it in the sequence. Denial, anger, bargain, depression, acceptance. Then we have parenting style, four type of parenting style given by Diana Bumre. She was a developmental psychologist. She has given parenting style and used two dimensions for the parenting style, that is responsiveness, that is warmth and support, then denyingness, that is control and expectations. So when we talk about her four type of you know parenting style, the first is, I will start with the authoritative. Okay, authoritative kind of a parent are who always say let's discuss. Okay, they're high in responsibility and also high in demandingness. Like they have a balanced approach of parenting. They'll give you warmth with limitations, like warmth in a way they'll ask your opinion, they'll discuss about everything. When we talk about authoritarian, they will be low in responsiveness and high in demandingness. They will not have any demand from they'll have a lot of demands from the child but very less responsibility towards the child, as in, because I have said so, I have said so, you have to follow that. Okay, the demands are, they'll never try to understand the feeling of a child. Very strict kind of a parent they are. Okay, then we have uninvolved parent, like they don't care about their child. They are low in demandingness, also low in responsiveness. Like I have given, you are going to school, okay, you should go to school. Not involved in child's homework, any activity, anything. They don't care. They don't bother about child's life. Okay, they neglect their own child. Then at the end we have permissive kind of a parenting. Here the parent will be like whatever you want, because in my childhood I have not got these things, I'll give everything to my child. Maybe you can relate with this statement of mine. Many parents are doing this, because here they will be high in responsiveness but low in demandingness. I don't want anything from my child, I will give everything to him, I don't have any demands. And that kind, this is permissive kind. Okay, moving forward. So now we have completed the birth theories of human development. Now let me give you a briefly telling you the process of birth. Okay, so pregnancy, full-term pregnancy is usually lasting for 40 weeks, which is 280 days. Remember the days, 280 days. Okay, so pregnancy duration is in 3 trimesters. 3 trimesters mean set of 3 months, that is 9 months. So first trimester is from 1st to 12 week, second trimester is 13 to 26 weeks, and third trimester is 27 to 40 weeks. Okay, this is the set of our 3 trimesters. So this is the period. Here the first thing is germinal. Here the sperm and egg, ovum, will meet and they'll form a ball of blastomeres that will called germinal. This will last for 0 to 2 weeks, the shortest period of prenatal development. Then we have embryonic stage, that is from 3 to 8 weeks. Here the basic part of a child will develop. You can see the lump of muscle will be there, like brain will be there, vertebrata will be there, vertebrata as in spinal cord, and no defined structure of leg and hand or mouth, face you can see. Then the fetal period, that is from 9 week to birth. So longest period of prenatal development is fetal. Okay, here all the every part will be formed in a very structured manner. Everything you can see, like head, leg, hand, no, upper limb, lower limb, facial expressions, and everything will be forming in the fetal period. This is 3 stages of labor. Okay, the first is early labor. The contraction will begin. Okay, it will like slowly increase. When they will increase, it will be a active labor. So in early labor, the cervix is open like 2-3 centimeters, but in active labor the cervix should be open till 12 centimeter. Then we have pushing as in vagina is open, and now the pushing phase is there. You'll have a urge to push it out. The child will crown out. The umbilical cord is cut. Now child is a other individual and mother is breathing separately. Then there will be a placenta delivery. After the child birth, cutting of the umbilical cord will be the placenta delivery. Okay, again you have to push it and the placenta will come. And then, aftercare, the injection, medicine, whatever required by the mother. And then we have the bonding phase, the first feeding that a child gets from the mother. So just after the birth of a child, when the placenta is cut, so the nurse will perform a Apgar. scale, Apgar test, which was generated by Virginia Apgar. It is a assessment tool for physical condition of a newborn, and it has five key criteria. Grading is from 0 to 2, and maximum score is 10. So this is the first exam after after the birth that we give. That is Apgar score. Here, APGAR, APGAR stands for A is for appearance, P is for pulse, G is for germinance, A is for activity, R is for respiration. So in appearance, if a child is pinkish body, he'll be given 2. If it will be pink and slightly bluish, he'll be given 1. If it is pale or blue, it will be scored as 0. The pulse will be more than 100 bpm, it will be 2. Less than 100 bpm, it will be 1. No pulse will be given 0. Germinus, if a child is making weird kind of a face, is making like crying and pulling away and making that weird kind of a face, it will be scored as 2. Mean weak crying, not making that much face, will be score 1. And 0 will be for no response. Then activity as in moving, moving hand, legs very actively, throwing out away and everything, that is will be given 2. If arms and legs are not that much moving, it will be score 1. No movement will be 0. Respiration is judged by crying, how loud a child is crying. That's why crying is very important after the birth. If his crying got very loud, it will be given 2. In regular kind of a cry, slowly, then it will be 1. And no crying, no breathing will be 0. Okay. So this is the human life cycle. Newborn, as you can see, then we have infant, 0 to 1. Then we have toddler. Toddler means when a child learn to walk, that will toddle. Okay, toddler, that is what it is called. Then we have preschool. Then we have primary school boy. Then we have adolescent. Then we have adulthood. Then we have middle adulthood. Then old age. This is a human life cycle. Okay, so this is it for today. I hope you people have enjoyed the class and you have seen everything, understood everything. And we also offer UGC net classes. So if you want to join those classes, the batches are running, so you can register and you can call in the number given below. Thank you so much for the patient for listening. If you have any doubt, anything, you can ask me in the comments, and we'll come up with the questions related to these topics. Stay tuned. We'll meet again tomorrow, same time. Thank you so much.